Yeah, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, it's been a while since I did any live stream or even made any videos for ShareTreck. I've been taking my break and it was amazing. And I think I need to take a little more break from time to time. I'll explain why. Because there are things that are happening. If you look at my Substack, I published an article this morning. The last paragraphs gives you my state of mind and what I'm thinking about ShareTreck. But I have a lot of happy things to share with you. Over Christmas, Inf dropped by. I happened to meet Inf because of the YouTube channel, and he lives in another part of the city. It's almost an hour drive away from where I live. But from time to time, he would drop by, and he got me a surprise gift. It is this ShareTreck, and I'm going to keep this on the cupboard below behind so that it can be seen on most videos. So Inf, thanks a lot for this. And yeah, so that's one part of the good things that happened to me during this weekend. The other observation I would like to make is that everybody must be wondering what happens to my portfolio. My conclusion is that I have forced myself into a victory this year because I booked all the profits that I can, and I have left the unrealized losses on the books as they are. And that's the reason why I'm ending the year with a positive. If I offset my losses against my gains, then I would be neutral to negative. So I have not done much overall, despite all the efforts at technical analysis and reducing my trading. One of the main lessons that I have learned is that the mistakes I have made are because I projected forward on the technical indications and bought stocks before chart patterns were triggered and confirmed. So my lesson for the next year is that I have to continue doing technical analysis, but not put money into the stock until a chart pattern is not only triggered, but also confirmed. So right now what I have, which are loss making, is short of Mag 7 and a short of Tesla specifically. So those are the shorts that I have. I also have a little bit of shorts of SMCZ, which is SMCI short, SMCZ. Of course, on the positive side, I still have gold with unrealized profits on it. I realized profits on gold once, and then I bought back again, and now that is still profitable. So that's the state of where I am. Now, coming back to the YouTube world, I think Google has a huge challenge in front of it. This is going to discourage a lot of content creators. I was putting a lot of efforts on our channel to make sure that we keep on growing. And I personally believe that I've improved the quality of the video, the audio, everything, and even the content I have been improving. The thing I have learned from the last 3 years is that our audience prefers only CRISPR therapeutics videos, so I'll continue making them as and when possible. The other thing I have discovered is that the technical analysis morning live stream is very sparsely attended. Only 2 or 3 people attend it. Of course, I'm going to continue doing the live stream as much as possible, but I'm going to reach out to those people who attend and try and see what it is that they look forward to in these live streams and make sure that I focus on those aspects rather than just a half an hour live stream, which is one size fits all. So that is the second thing I'm thinking about for the new year. And I'm also thinking that since we are trying to build a retail investor community, I would like some of you who are inclined to reach out to me if you want to submit contents to be shown on this channel. You can use your own video cameras to record and upload it to a Google Drive, and I can pick it up, edit it, and put it on the channel on your behalf, and also do necessary editing to it. So that's an offer that I'm making to all of you. If any of you are interested, reach out to me at raj@sharetrack.com. With that said, let's get on with our live stream and technical analysis for the day. So here we go. We are in the TradingView platform. I'm just going to take myself off the camera And let me go into the TradingView platform and start off with S&P 500 futures. As far as S&P 500 futures is concerned, it's no longer looking bearish to me. Market sentiment is bullish, MACD is bullish, momentum is above average, and the head and shoulder pattern has been broken because we are above the head. So we are at all-time highs. So I'm thinking that the only constraining factor for us is this diagonal line of resistance from a previous channel. I'm going to mark that channel red so that you can see this is going to be our limiting factor. And the resistance today is likely to be 6,986. And if we break that, then the next resistance for today is going to be 7,035.25. So that's the resistance I see there. And then we have NASDAQ. NASDAQ has got the head and shoulder pattern intact to a certain extent. It may not be a perfect head and shoulder, but we have not breached the head as yet. So I would wait and watch what happens here. Market sentiment is still bearish, MACD is bullish, and momentum is above average but a bit flat. So the verdict is still out on this. This is heavy with AI stocks, so this could probably change the trend. Dollar index is showing a little bit of gain, but I think these are all bear flags that we are seeing. We had a target of 97.756. I think we momentarily came very close to it, and then we bounced back up again. So this is a bear flag in my opinion, and then we're going to break out on the downside because market sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, momentum is below average. If you look at VIX, VIX is up a little bit today, though it is below yesterday's range, but the fact that it's up today indicates that the market might have a little bit of bearish bias. Now let us look at gold. We had this diagonal line of support for gold. We kissed the line of support, and today we have bounced off that line of support, and we had a line of resistance which we broke through yesterday, and now that is performing the role of support. So I'm going to mark this as a support. The important thing now, as you guys know, is that after we finish the candle today, we have to finish the candle above the support of 4,383. And then the next day, we have to close above the closing of today's candle if we close above. So then that will be the confirmation of this support. And then we'll be looking at breaking this resistance, which is going to be today at somewhere around 4,533.720. That's the resistance for today. So that's the general forecast, and we are still above the previous all-time high which we had recorded somewhere around 21st of October 2025. So we are moving in the right direction, and we are still tracking towards a target of around 4,664.87. So that's what I'm looking at for gold. Put call ratio is neutral to mildly bullish. Now let's come to the most important thing, US 10-year. US 10-year yield has started spiking back up again. Market sentiment is bullish. MACD is bearish but tending towards the signal line, and we have broken above the average on the momentum, plenty of room on the RSI. So I'm looking forward to what happens out here. Now, you look at the Japanese 10-year yield, it's continuing to go high, higher probability to break out on the upside. So this was a bull flag that we had out here. Let me just draw this out for you, just so that you can see what I'm talking about. This was the bull flag, and we have broken out on the upside with the bull flag. So as a result of which, I think we are moving upward towards this target of 2.12. So this means that the Japanese 10-year yield is moving higher, faster, marginally higher than the 10-year yield. Also, if you look at the Japanese yen, it has come back below this diagonal line of resistance. And today, if it confirms by closing below, let me give you the number. If it closes below 155.96, then I think we are looking at a further confirmation of this diagonal line of resistance and further move downwards. So as we move downwards, the yen unwind trade becomes much more viable, and also the fact that the Japanese 10-year bond yield is going higher a little bit faster than what happens with the 10-year US yield, that kind of the reduction in the differential between the US 10-year and the Japanese 10-year tends to help the Japanese yen unwind. After watching this progress for a while, I'm of the opinion now that we are not going to have a big bang yen unwind trade. I think it's going to be priced in gradually, and we're not going to see something major happening. The pricing is going to be gradual, and this movement is going to be gradual, as we have seen in the recent past. So I don't expect it to be a sudden shock. Now let's look at the USD JPY combination. Market sentiment is bearish, MACD is also bearish, and momentum is going down. So it's all conducive to move downwards. Now let's go on quickly and look at our indicators. We have S&P 500, which has done some kind of a trend reversal out here. This could be an evening star pattern, and we have to see what happens today. And we have market sentiment, which has turned bullish. MACD is bullish. Momentum, though it's above average, yesterday saw a decline, and pre-market we will see what happens when we do QQQ. But right now I'm not able to clearly articulate what's going to happen to SPX. Let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ is down 0.46% as of the last trading day. If you recollect, we had this band of red out here, which signified an area of resistance. That still continues to be an area of resistance. We were not able to break out of it on 24th of December, and 26th of December, and we have not been able to break out of it as of 29th of December. What will happen today is a big question. Are we going to be able to break out above this? I don't think so. Let us look at QQQ for clues. QQQ is flat in pre-market trades and mildly negative. It's down just 0.01 cents. That is around 0.00%. So it's not much to speak about. There is a slightly negative bearish bias in the morning. There's a gap up which has to be filled. So I'm thinking that there could be a bearish bias to QQQ and the NASDAQ because AI is not exactly in favor, and our market sentiment is bearish. MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. Momentum has dropped. The pre-market is slightly bearish. So I'm thinking that our support is going to come at 618.23, and if we break that, then we'll finish the gap up completion, and we'll get support at $616. So that's my prediction out here. Let's go on and have a look at some of our AI scripts that we are closely following. NVDA is up 0.15%. Yesterday was a doji candle. The 26th was a doji candle indecision, and then yesterday we took a decision. We opened up a lot lower, but we have a green candle, which means that we did better than when we started. This morning we are starting up positive, so I'm thinking that we may have a resistance at around 189.91, and our support could be around 187.69. Market sentiment has turned bullish. MACD is mildly bullish. Momentum is above average. We need momentum to pick up. That will be the trick for the day. Right now, if I look at the overall patterns, I cannot say that we are decisively bullish, and I cannot say that we are decisively bearish. So we are in a neutral state at this point of time for NVIDIA. Meta is up 0.16%. There is this cup and handle pattern that we are tracking. It has not yet made a decision to break out of the neckline as yet. There was a gap up which has been filled up properly. So the gap filling has been done. So now there is no reason for this pattern not to break the neckline, which is this red line at 675.61. So if it doesn't break the neckline, the pattern is not going to be triggered. Or if it is triggered, we have a target of 786.02. If it is not triggered, we are going to be range bound between an upper bound of 676.63 and a lower bound support of around 651.66. Google is down 0.01% in pre-market trades, but it is still above this flag pattern that we have out here, which is a bull flag pattern. It has a target of the bull flag pattern, which is 372.06. So I'm not yet writing off Google. I'm going to watch what happens when the market opens. If it breaks down into the flag pattern, I would still be considering it in a bullish manner, because the flagpole is pretty long and we would not have breached the 50% point, which is where I say that the bull flag is broken and now we are into a bearish pattern. Amazon is down 0.16% in pre-market trades. It's consolidating out here. It could potentially be a bull flag waiting for a breakout. MACD is bullish, momentum is above average, and market sentiment, which happened to be bearish, is now almost close to neutral. So I would watch Amazon carefully. Apple is down 0.23% in pre-market trades. And let me just extend this diagonal line of resistance. Yesterday also we were pushed down by this diagonal line of resistance, and today that diagonal line of resistance stands at 273.73. Pre-market we are at 273.10. So that's what we are looking at right now. So I'm thinking that if the first order of business for us is to break out of this resistance, if we don't do that, then we are moving downwards, then we would be in a bear channel. Microsoft is down 0.22 in the pre-market session. We have a resistance at 486.33. Right now we are at 486.03, and we need to break out above that. We are in a bear channel in my opinion, because if I was to take a parallel channel, let us do that. Let us take a parallel channel and let us bring the parallel channel along this line of support and pull it out. Then you can see that this is a parallel channel that we are traveling down along, and therefore I'm going to be careful. I'll watch what happens with Microsoft. I won't give it a bullish certificate as yet. Tesla is up 0.77%. It's going to get a resistance at 471.11. And we have Oracle, which is up 0.15% in pre-market trades, but it has got resistance at 196.53. Right now we're at 195.68. So the first order of business is for it to break out above that. The other thing we could do also with Oracle is we could draw a parallel line. I'm just going to adjust this parallel line. So this could be a parallel channel. And if this is a parallel channel, then I think we are in a bearish channel for Oracle. I'd like to wait and see if Oracle can break about this resistance and come out of this parallel channel before getting bullish about it. AMD is up 0.32% in pre-market trades. It has got an inverted cup and handle pattern, which is still waiting to break out of the neckline. I'm still bearish on AMD, but I would like to see what happens going forward. Market sentiment bearish, MACD is bullish, momentum is flat and below average. SMCI is another thing I'm bearish on. I believe that this is a bear flag and it has to break out on the downside. And we have a support at 28.92. Pre-market, we are up 1.36%. We are at 30.49. I have SMCZ, so I'm going to watch this carefully. Broadcom is up 0.22%. It will get support today at around 338.62. It is likely to get a resistance today at 352.83. Palantir is also up 0.27% in pre-market trades, and it's going to get resistance at 189.49, and it has got a gap down happening out here. So if I was to do a more fine-tuned resistance, I would say that the first resistance is 187.02, the second resistance is 188.98, and then finally we'll be looking at 189.56. That's the order of business as far as Palantir is concerned. SMH is up 0.34% in pre-market trades. We had a resistance at 363.18, which has now become a support, but we have to stay above this. The support was confirmed in the market action that we had somewhere around 26th of December. So I think it's a confirmed support, so we need to keep on bouncing up, and we have to take out 373.00 in order to go up further. There is no bearish pattern out here except for the bearish market sentiment. MACD is bullish, momentum is also above average. There is plenty of room on the RSI. So SMH, I think, is neutral in my opinion. Tempus AI continues to come downwards, and it has got a support at around 59.47 today. That said, let us go and look at genomics. I'm going to look at just a few shares out here. Pfizer is up 0.08%. It seems to be creating a very long handle out here. I'm going to watch this for a while. Market sentiment is bearish. MACD is bearish but improving. Momentum is also below average. So Pfizer is looking bearish. And if I look at, let me go to the next one, which I want to see, which is Illumina. Illumina is flat in pre-market trades. It's kind of moving upwards in a staggered pattern. There was this bull flag that got destroyed, but anyway, it broke out on the upside. And the second bull flag also is very close to being destroyed. But pre-market, we are flat. That gives me a hope that probably we'll see a breakout of this bull flag. Ideally, we are targeting 152.30 from a previous bull flag. So that's the target for us. And the support for today is going to be 130.58. Pre-market, we are at 134.48. CRISPR Therapeutics is another stock I want to have a look at. CRISPR Therapeutics has not yet met its target. And the target was 60.33, but it has been coming down. It's been consolidating on its way down, and we have support today at 53.28, and for today the resistance is going to be at 55.06. Yesterday's candle was very bearish. It has got a long tail and a smaller body, so I'm thinking a lot of bearishness is there on CRISPR. Pre-market, we are up 0.67%, and market sentiment, which is bullish, is now tending towards neutral. MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. Momentum has dropped below average, and it is moving downwards. So I think there'll be an opportunity to pick up CRISPR Therapeutics if it drops below 53.21. That's what I'm thinking out here. As far as bullishness or bearishness is concerned, I think it's looking very neutral to me at this point. The next stock I want to have a look at is Vertex. And Vertex continues to move upwards, even though pre-market we are down 0.24%. We are still on this bull channel, which is moving upwards. And the support for today is going to be at 449.91. And the resistance is around 463.60 that we need to break through. Let me just draw the resistance for you. Let me take a horizontal line and put the horizontal line out here. So this is the resistance, and the resistance is going to be 463.60, and we have to break out above the resistance. I'm going to remove some of the previous markings that we had out there because they are no longer relevant. So let's keep the chart as simple as possible. Ginkgo Bioworks is up 0.61%. It's still hanging around, consolidating a little bit, but overall I think Ginkgo Bioworks is still looking bearish. The last candle was extremely bearish because there's a very long tail. It's a red candle and a very short body at the bottom, no wick on the bottom, so it's a very bearish tail. And we look at Precision. Precision continues to move up. It has moved up significantly in the last trading session, but it has given up some gains pre-market. It's down 2.25% this morning, but it will definitely get support at 4.15. Overall, everything is bullish for Precision. Eli Lilly is also consolidating a lot. It seems like this morning it's up 0.01%. There is a little bit of bullishness. I only say that there will be a diagonal line of resistance out here, which is going to cause resistance. The other resistance that we may face for Eli Lilly is the previous high, which is going to be 10. Let's just click this line. It's going to be 1,111. In cricket, we call this a Nelson figure, which is always dubious. So it's 1,111. That's our resistance for today. With that, let me go on and have a look at Ultragenyx. Ultragenyx had a huge drop. It dropped because one of its therapies did not give any positive gains as compared to placebo and the control group, and therefore that therapy is almost dead in the water. All the money invested in that has gone down. But I think there's a lot of scope still for ultragenics. My ultragenic stakes are in deep red, but I'm holding on to it. There's going to be a dead cat bounce today. We are seeing a little bit of that. It's up a little bit of a cent or so, and it has a long trek up, and it has got a huge resistance. I'm going to mark that red. It's at 29.46. That's a huge resistance. So it's going to take a long time for ultragenics to recover. With that said, I think I'd like to go and have a look at our currencies. Let's go to currencies. In currencies, we have got Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is up 0.92% in pre-market trades. We had a resistance at 87,586. That has been kind of holding the fort, not exactly as a resistance, but sometimes as a support, because all our action is clustered around this value out here. Today we are above that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down again, because if the overall market goes down, Bitcoin is also likely to go down. So that's the way I look at Bitcoin. There is no definite bullishness and there is no definite bearishness. It's totally neutral in my opinion at this point of time, totally depending on the NASDAQ index and the S&P 500 index. Wherever they go, Bitcoin will go. So that's what we have out here. So friends, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Of course, Christmas is over and we are past Christmas, but let 2026 be a good year for you. I'm inviting you all to start being contributors. In the new year, you will see very few long form videos, and those long form videos will be on CRISPR or something that is very topical. I'm not going to kill myself to bring out long form videos. I'm thinking that my motivation to bring in videos on the channel has been reduced quite a bit, especially because of the AI activities which are happening online, not only here, but also on the Substack. AI is enabling a lot of content creators to create a whole lot of content much faster and much more prolific. So I think that ShareTreck's survival in the long term, the medium term itself is very doubtful. We have very less viewership. We have a lot of subscribers. Many of them have tuned out. And AI sloth is kind of taking the first attack on huge popular content creators with personality recognition. And once that is done, they're going to come for the low-hanging fruits like my channel out here. I've already closed our TheraTrek channel. I've told them I'm not making any more videos going forward because there is no point to this. So I'll be winding down ShareTreck unless you guys are willing to pick up the mantle and start coming up with your own contribution. I'd be more than happy to curate it and put it on the channel for everybody to watch. With that, my friends, I'd like to say bye for now. A very big Happy New Year to Jesse Isaacson, Inf, and to Hot Dog, and to Michael, and David Best, and everyone else who tunes in to Max Immunity, and all our long-term supporters. Thank you very much for helping me come all the way up here, and see you in the new year. Bye for now.